Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Morning mantra, and I apologize in advance for some of you delicate flowers because it is a little bit windy out here. But if you watched The Last Stand last night with myself, Jay Campbell, and Robert Stanley, you heard Robert talk about an issue, a mea culpa, which he probably didn't need to, but I respect him for doing so. And he basically apologized for making a mistake in judgment and supporting something that wasn't really what he thought it was, and for encouraging others to do so, and feeling bad for getting caught with his proverbial pants down. And I respected Robert for that, and I understand Robert for that. And if you were listening to the show, you also heard me talk about making a mistake that I made and learning from it and growing from it. And I just wanted to talk with you a little bit today about facing down mistakes. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to do things that are stupid. We're all going to do things that we probably should have known better to not do, but we're all going to do them. And the key is not to try to avoid mistakes, because if you try to avoid mistakes, you'll also avoid majesty. If you avoid mistakes, you'll also avoid doing anything extraordinary. The people that make mistakes are the people that are doing extraordinary things, and are attempting at least extraordinary things. So this morning I would encourage you to continue to attempt extraordinary things. And if you do make a mistake, if you do have a poor calculation, if you do something that, well, on retrospect probably wasn't the greatest thing to do, just simply face it. Say, oops, I messed that one up. You know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. And then you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you just keep right on going. Maybe that's what Jesus was talking about when he said, if you come into a house and you think you're going to get some business done there, and they throw you out, simply brush the dust off your feet. I used to think that was like, oh, I'm going to brush the dust off my feet and show you. No, it's just you saying, wasted some time, wasted some energy, but I'm just going to dust my feet off and get on to the next place. If you're not making any mistakes, you're not trying hard enough. You know, I talk sometimes about being in sales, and I remember when I was in sales, the particular sales I was in, you'd have a certain number of people that would cancel the deal that they had entered into. And I knew that unless I had 10, 11% cancellations, I wasn't pushing hard enough, wasn't helping enough people get actively involved. And if you're living a life where you have no failure, if you're living a life where you make no mistakes, if you're living a life where you never have any shortcomings, you're not really living a life. If you don't have some scrapes and bruises, if you don't have some cuts, if you don't have if you don't make some mistakes, you're not pushing hard enough. Bottom line. 2019, push a little harder, make some more mistakes, own up to them, face them down, learn the lessons, and pick yourself up, turn yourself around, get yourself back on solid ground. Don't go out in the cold with a robe on, because the wind blows up the robe and it's pretty chilly. See, I made a mistake this morning, and I've learned, and I'll be able to correct that mistake moving forward. Being a little silly, but 2019, it's a new year. Push the envelope, extend yourself, get in the arena, make some mistakes, and then make some corrections. And that's the best way, ladies and gentlemen, to make a difference. And we're in the difference-making business, cousins, and business is a booming. We're the last generation of real humans. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. See you later on today. Let's get busy.